All right, welcome to Flow Tricks. As always, want to give a huge shout out to Dark Monk for making awesome training chucks as well as flow toys. Today is going to be a slightly longer class, which is good. I've been working on some foundations and coming up with some new techniques and combos that I'd like to share. A lot of it is off the over-the-shoulder pass, or it's a reverse figure eight. We're going to work a little bit on middle lanes, as well as variations of over-the-shoulder passes, mixing with rotor passes and other things. So let's begin. First, what we're going to do is I'm going to assume you know how to do an over-the-shoulder pass. That's going to be a prerequisite. And if you know the rotor pass as well, this will also be a very helpful thing as we're going to start combining these techniques with something called middle lanes. We'll get into that in a second, but let's just go ahead and do an over-the-shoulder pass to start. What we usually do after an over-the-shoulder pass is cross our body and come back up to another over-the-shoulder pass on the other side, or some people just swing it straight up into constant over-the-shoulder passes by moving up and diagonally. I usually say more circles are better, so I usually cross it over the body and then pull it up and grab underneath, and that creates an infinite loop. Now what we'd like to do is just add a few more interesting things. So here's the first thing you can try. Number one, you're going to swing it upwards, you're going to catch it like you would normally do, but this time we're going to start working on a slightly different move. What we're going to do from here is we're going to swing it over, but this time we're going to swing it past the arm that was there. So we're not going over the shoulder anymore, we're pulling the arm outward and we're grabbing it. Underhand grip this way. So it's going to be over the shoulder pass, swing it around to an underhand grip this way. What's going to happen here is the hand that's on top is going to let go and it's going to float down, and the hand that's in the underhand grip is going to swing it upwards like this, and you're going to catch it back in an overhand grip. So I'm going to stand off to the side so you can see it this way first. It's going to go one, and then it's going to kind of shift outward as it comes out, and you're going to catch it. As you can see, this looks like a rotor pass because it is. And this is going to let go, and as it swings down, it's going to swing all the way over, and you're going to catch it with the other hand, and that finishes the move. So go 1, 2, 3, and then what we're going to do from here is just swing it over to the other side. Boom. So again, 1, oops, let me go this way. 1, swing it over, catch it in an underhand grip, swing it into an overhand grip this way. So we're just doing a pass. It's very similar to the rotor pass. Very similar. It is. We're just doing it sideways. Boom, boom. And then we're going to kind of go into a reverse figure eight. We're going to swing it over to the other side and go into an over-the-shoulder pass. Obviously, the next thing we do is the exact same thing. So you take this same technique here, you swing it around, and you copy it. Here to here, and back over. Here to here, and back over. Right? So that's one of them. That's kind of a nice thing. We can work to the outside of this over-the-shoulder pass that way. Another thing that you can think about, so now you've learned that if you do an over-the-shoulder pass, we can also, instead of reaching our hand under, if you want to continue with this thought, we don't even have to do this in a combo. Your hand just kind of sneaks past the other side, and that's how you can grab it here. So instead of going where this goes over the shoulder and we grab it here, if you just want to go straight into that combo, your hand just crosses past the other one, and you're just swinging it up to your other hand. And that will also take you straight into this rotor pass off to the side without you having to do this over-the-shoulder pass. So you can go straight into it by just taking your hand, crossing the line, and passing it that way. This is going to be important because this will help you build new combos. Now, we've kind of got both sides where we have these nice little rotor passes to the outside, but what about the center? How many people spin to the center? I'm going to say there's probably quite a few, but not enough. So what I want you to do now is practice your reverse figure eights. Most people, when they do figure eights, you're going to see it slashes from the hip over to their shoulder, which is perfectly okay, and that's perfectly fine. But what we're going to do is we're going to shorten it to about half that space. So what's going to happen is one of the circles is going to stop here at the chest, and it's going to be like basically going straight through. It'll look like it's cutting down from the face, down the nose, down the chin, center of the chest, and down. This is one circle you want to create, and then the others to the outside of the body. Circle, outside of the body. You've probably seen this in a very old video. I haven't taught this very much, but this is in a very old video called Middle Lanes. And what we're going to do is the moment it's swinging to the inside, your left hand is going to wait for it, and as soon as it's starting to go for the face, you're going to just reach forward and you're going to let it grab like this. As you can see, I'm standing this way. So we're doing this reverse figure eight like so. and then we grab it right here. What happens from this point is the hand that's farthest away, the hand that's been holding it the longest, pushes up and creates a circle to the inside here now. And again, this circle is still dividing the body in half. It's right in the middle lane, straight here. So here, here, we're going to catch to the outside. The hand that's farthest away is going to push it up, and then we're going to do a reverse figure eight from this side. And we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to go in and out. And the moment this is aiming for the face and it's starting to cut down, we're going to hold out our hand and we're going to catch it. This is very important that you don't bend your elbow here or you will hit yourself on the head. That's with either of these figure eights, obviously. It's really easy to hit your head, so lock your arm forward a little bit further when you do this. So you're going to catch it. The farther hand's going to pop it up, and we're going to the other side. And then the moment we return, we're going to catch it, and it's going to be the exact opposite. This pops up, and we start doing it again. And if I go to this side, you'll see it. I'll go really slowly here. Catch, pop, boom, boom. Catch, pop. And you can kind of see that my hand kind of whirls it for a second. If you can give it a little bit of a pop, it helps. Eventually, you can transfer this energy very quickly, like this. Because it's all in the wrist, and it's all in this flick. So, catch, flick, boom, boom, catch, flick, boom, boom. We can combine this with the move we just did. So we could take this, anytime this swings to the outside, we can now do that other combo that we were just doing where we went catch, 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 and we're back to here. So again, we go over the shoulder pass, remember? Reverse grip here, front grip here, and then we're gonna swing it out, and we gotta go to the outside so we can go to the middle lanes on this side now, see that? And from here, we can either do the middle lane passes again, or we can do it from the opposite side, the same combo we just worked on. Catch over the shoulder pass to a rotor pass off to this side, and then we're gonna swing it over, and then we're gonna be back here. So now you have options. Very cool, right? And of course, you don't even have to do that. You can go straight into number two. Instead of going straight to the over the shoulder pass, which is what we've been doing, instead of going straight to here, we can also, instead of doing the pass, what we'll do is we'll grab it to the outside here and go back. So now we're just gonna do a slight variation. We're gonna pass it over, and we're just gonna grab it to the outside as opposed to grabbing it here. And again, it's the same concept. It's just a nice little combo builder for you to work on, is the fact that you don't have to go under the shoulder. And what was the last one? The last one was, what was it? It was here, right? So this is gonna be an interesting one. If you're doing a figure eight, and if you're doing that figure eight reverse, and we're going in the reverse, it's very difficult to do that last move, but it is possible. And the way it's gonna work is, it's going to make, instead of swinging towards the center, we're going to swing it to the outside, and it's going to swing all the way over, and we can catch it underneath into a back grip. So the very last part of it, which again, where we're doing this rotor pass, we can go all the way over here, we're going to swing it all the way across, and we're going to grab it in a back grip, and this allows us to now be in a back grip middle lane. And we can do the same thing, we can grab it and go back. So here, into the back grip, pull it back here from the middle lane, and we're back. Or we can go transfer here, over, dropped it. Let's do that again. You didn't see that. So again, we're going here, we transfer it here, 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 and back. Well, I'm just covering all the different moves that we were doing basically. And then the other one, of course, is if you hold it here, you can also cross it over to grab it, like so. Now, let's go ahead and go the other direction as well. So if we're going here for the middle lanes and we're passing it forward this direction, going the opposite direction, regular figure eights can be a little bit trickier, I find. And it's going to be like this again. We're going to break the body in half, and we're going to grab it like this. So it's here, it's coming towards the chest and to the outside of the body. And my hand is going a little bit lower, and it's catching like so. Boom. And what happens here, you can even kind of twist your wrist to the side if you want, if it helps you. But basically, this one's got to pop it upwards, and then we're doing regular figure eights this way. So again, I generally say you kind of catch a little bit lower, and then the other hand pops it up to get it back. Catch, pop, catch, pop. So this is the reverse version of this. Now, you may be wondering, can you do a pass from a regular figure eight? It's very easy to do a pass from a reverse because it just goes over the shoulder. And the answer is yes. That requires more of an under the shoulder pass, which we don't do too often, but it's very nice to do. What you want to do for an under the shoulder pass is you really swoop down to get under your shoulder and you flick it up. The reason why is because if we're going here and we're swinging downward at an angle, it's going to come upward at an angle, and we don't want that to happen. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of cross it over to the body and then drop it down and lift it straight up. Boom. So again, it's going to cross down from the body and it's going to come straight up. So this is an under the under the arm pass as opposed to an over the shoulder pass. And with all of those, you can just use a bounce to get in between them. So if we're going in reverse, boom, we can just stop it here to change direction. Again, let me show you again. Whoosh, bounce, and then we're in this path. And you kind of get what we can do from there. So we can go straight in here, add a bounce, and we're back to the reverse. And we have all of these little moves and techniques that we can do off of this basic over the shoulder pass. This should give you a lot of ideas. There's tons more, but I thought that this was just kind of a nice little addition that's not too terribly difficult. Putting them into combos can kind of make your brain scramble a little bit, but try it out and see if it works for you, and if you do, then you got more variety. So I hope this helps, and I'll talk to you all soon.